Hey, it's the Bearded Board Gamer back with another one of my reviews. Today I am reviewing Pandemic the Cure, created by Matt Leacock and published by Z-Man Games. This is a dice rolling game of the genre of Pandemic. Everyone versus the game. Instead of using the board and cards, we're going to be using dice. It says it goes for 30 minutes. I would say that's about right, unless you get somebody that is analysis paralysis. Um, it's more simplified. So let's take a look at the table, see how we play this game, and come back with my final thoughts. Okay, so here we have the game set up for 3 players. So let's put these in. So let's talk about how we win the game first. To win the game, we need to find a cure for every single colored die. By doing that, we'll be collecting samples and then trying to treat them and then being able to put them back in the bag. So how does a turn go? So on a turn, players are going to roll their dice. And that was actually a bad roll, but so on their turn, they can do multiple things. They could treat a die, which will take a die from one region and put it into the center. And if it's in the center, if they have another treat symbol, they can put it back into the bag. So on this player's turn, you roll your dice. So this obviously is a bad. You can collect samples. Collecting samples is how you cure it. So you would lock your die. So let's see, we'll do blue because we have a better chance with blue. Biohazards move the infection control up 1 per symbol. So this one I rolled 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the next one is I can move to another area via plane, which is any region. So we could take this guy and say we're going to go here. And that's his turn. So then we're going to take the number of dice that are located on the board out of the bag and roll them. So we have 2 6s and 1 5. We can't have no more than 3 of one kind of color in the region. And when you do, it's going to make an outbreak. And the outbreak is going to go via clockwise. So then on the next player's turn, they roll their dice. Okay, so this person moves it up 2, which is going to make an epidemic happen. So then we automatically draw 3 dice. Reroll. Okay. Crosses we put into the CDC. And then we direct these to the ones that we need to put. Okay, so the medic can cure or go from one region to another with his boat, which is right next to him. So we'll say he's going to spend 1 boat to come over here and then spend the other boat / syringe to put one of these in the center, and then we'll sample one of these reds, and that's the turn. When you get enough of these crosses, you can buy the event cards. The events are, the cost is how much is on top of them, and they give you the special abilities like the first pandemic. So like this one, you don't have to draw any dice. This one, you can give any number of samples from one player to another, no matter where they are. Just like in regular pandemic, you have to be in the same region as the other player to give information or the samples. Mobile hospital will, when entering new regions this turn, you may move 1 infection die from the region to the treatment center. Like I said, treatment center is in the middle. So then you have to roll the amount of dice that it says. So you grab 3 dice out, roll them. Okay, so So good thing we took care of that one, and good thing we took care of that one. On the next player's turn, they'll roll their dice, which is a lot better than the other one. So white can go, or the scientist, I should say, can do 3 samples, which they'll do 1, 2. Use the boat to come over here, grab the red, and then put these 2 in the center. Now, how do you cure a disease? So we'll just say that the scientist has this many red dice, which obviously would not be right because you only have 5. So you have 5 red dice. So the scientist's special ability is they get to add 2 total to any roll to any friend to try to find a cure for your region. You need to get the total of 13 on these dice. The crosses are considered 0. So this would be terrible right here, obviously. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So on your turn, if you do not cure it, you don't lose these dice. If you had the sample symbol, you still get to keep the samples. And then on your next turn come around, you're able to try and cure it again. So that's a 0. So you got 6. That's 12. So nope. Boy, well, no, because of my special ability, you get to add 2 also to it. So these would be cured. You would take one of the dice we usually take and put them on the cross, and put them on there. Take the rest of these and put them in the bag. If there's any other red ones left on the board, when you go to put them into the treat, that you're going to keep drawing the dice. Even though they're cured, you still will put them out if you roll them. If you have it cured and another person or you try to use the treatment, which is the syringe die, which I'm going to show you the dice in a minute. If you use a syringe die, instead of putting one of that color in the middle of the treatment center, then you get to put all of them in the treatment center. So that's pretty much how you play the game. Like I said, I'm going to show you what the dice look like for the other players, and then we'll come back with my final thought. Well, there you go. That's pretty much how you play Pandemic the Cure. Now, what are my final thoughts of this game, and how do I like it? I like this game a lot. I like the take it has on Pandemic, and how it made it more quick and more fun, more easy. I don't have the expansion yet. I would love to get the expansion. But what I love about it is the quality of the dice. The dice are amazing quality. Each person has their own little special abilities. They didn't do this in the first game, but I do like that they made the person's card into like a name badge, which is really neat little thematic. So I guess they might have did it because there wasn't a whole lot of theme like around the game besides the curing the disease, but it made you feel more like you're going out. You have your own special ability. You're out in these different countries with the name badge on. It's really neat. I also like that I can fit everything in this bag if I wanted to take it on a trip or somewhere with me. I don't have to lug the big box. I mean, because honestly, for such a small game, the box is regular Pandemic size box. I don't know why they made it such a big box. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's a different take on Pandemic. I really love Pandemic, and I'm glad that I got this game to be able to further my like in the game. But that's pretty much it. I give it 2 thumbs up. I suggest that you go and try it if you like Pandemic or cooperative games. Like I said, it's about 30 minutes unless you have somebody that lags. But other than that, I think it's wonderful. I think Z-Man knocked it out of the park with this. And until next time, game on!